Wait. Before we do anything, you already know what to do. Go ahead and like the video, drop a comment, hit that subscribe button, share this with somebody who needs it. Don't forget to turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Oh wait, let's get into the video.
Long before the dust roads of Always City learned the weight of human footsteps, and before the bells of forever rang with prayers and promises, there lived a child whose coming was wrapped in wonder. They say the wind announced him. They say the moon paused. They say angels whispered his name before his mother ever felt his kick. That child was called Real. From his mother's womb, elders heard voices in the night. His parents dreamed of blazing light and winged messengers who said,
"This child is set apart.
His tongue shall speak fire.
His hands shall carry healing."
He will lead many to the narrow path.
And so the boy grew, with heaven pressing close to his shoulders.
Real was different. While other children chased goats and wrestled in dust, he sat beneath the old silkwood tree and spoke to the sky. While others laughed, he listened. While others slept, he prayed.
By the time Peach Fuzz shadowed his chin, people were already calling him pastor, though no church yet stood. When he came of age, a voice spoke again.
"Go to Always City. Build my house there."
With borrowed timber and trembling faith, he raised a small wooden chapel. It leaned slightly to the east, but it stood. People came. The sick, the broken, the desperate. Real preached with fire in his lungs and tears in his eyes. Demons screamed. The lame walked. Hope filled the cracked streets. But Always City is a place where ambition grows faster than maize. Soon, churches multiplied like weeds after rain. Each louder, each brighter, each promising bigger miracles. And Real began to look sideways. At first he prayed. Then he worried. Then he compared. He watched crowds pass his church and gather elsewhere. He counted chairs. He counted offerings. He counted what he did not have. A quiet poison crept into his heart. I am chosen, why am I small? If I am anointed, why am I unseen? He forgot the voice. He forgot the tree. He forgot the fire of his first calling. And that is how shadows find cracks. On a moonless night, a hooded stranger met Real at the edge of the river. The man spoke softly.
"There are those who can help you rise."
3 nights later, Real followed him beyond the reeds, beyond the path, beyond the place where prayers travel. There stood the men of the pointed chamber. Their hall rose like a jagged tooth from the earth. Its ceiling narrowed upward into a cruel spike. No birds sang there. No insects chirped. The men of the pointed chamber promised power, influence, crowds, titles. They placed a dark crown upon his head and named him bishop. The tallest among them stepped forward and spoke with a voice like grinding stone. "You must cut your bloodline. No wife, no children, no legacy but us." Real trembled. But he remembered empty chairs. He remembered thin offerings. He remembered his envy. And he nodded. But every crown has weight, and every shadow demands payment. He went home and looked at the woman who had walked with him from nothing. The woman who cooked his meals, washed his clothes, prayed beside him. He hardened his heart and pushed her away. He signed papers with shaking hands. He told himself it was temporary. What Real did not know was that his wife carried life in her womb. The men of the pointed chamber discovered the pregnancy. Their anger shook the walls.
The seed must not live. To destroy the child, you must destroy the mother.
Real sat alone. The Bible lay open. The dark crown sat beside it. 2 books, 2 masters, 1 soul, and he chose wrong. Real hunted the woman he once called love. Through alleyways, across towns, from safe house to safe house. The woman had her own visitor. An old woman with eyes like burning coal appeared to her in a dream and said, "Run! Your child carries a flame the shadows cannot swallow." She fled. Weak, hungry, afraid, yet alive. Real followed with hired hands and cursed charms. But every trap failed, every blade missed, every poison turned to water, because light walks faster than darkness.
Real returned to Always City as a powerful bishop.
Crowds filled his cathedral, money flowed, miracles were staged. His nights were haunted. He saw a pregnant woman standing at the foot of his bed. He saw a child glowing with unbearable brightness. He heard a voice.
What shall it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul?
His body grew sick, his hands shook, his eyes dimmed.
The men of the pointed chamber abandoned him. Power drained away. And one dawn, Riel collapsed on the altar he once built for God. They say his last words were, "I was chosen, but I chose wrong."
Come to this place. You traded a lot, but you made no profit. You started well, but why now? Children of God, be careful, tread cautiously. These are the last days, the days are evil. Many wolves have crept in among the sheep. Open your eyes. One was distracted by power, money and influence. I trusted in the arm of flesh and it failed me. I ran ahead of God and I missed my way. Children of God, be careful, tread cautiously. These are the last days, the days are evil. Many wolves have crept in among the sheep. Open your eyes.
Far away, in a quiet village, a woman gave birth beneath a mango tree. No midwife, no doctor, only angels. The child did not cry. He opened his eyes and stared into the sky. The old woman who once warned the mother whispered, "This one will heal what his father tried to destroy."
Hear this, you who chase crowns. Hear this, you who trade prayers for applause. Hear this, you who hurry God and bargain with shadows. A calling is not a license to compromise. Anointing is not protection from consequences. Destiny does not excuse disobedience. Pastor Rial did not fall because he was not chosen. He fell because he refused to wait. He was not destroyed by witches or enemies. He was destroyed by envy wearing the clothes of ambition. Let it be known, power taken by darkness always collects interest. It never stops at what you offer. It returns demanding more, your peace, your blood, your future, your soul. The men of the pointed chamber did not force his hand. They only revealed what ruled his heart. And this is the warning carved into stone. The moment you sacrifice innocence to protect success, you have already failed. The child he tried to erase became the proof of his shame. The wife he tried to destroy became the witness against him. The title he chased became his grave marker. So remember this and teach it to your children. God's promise does not need shortcuts. God's timing does not need manipulation. God's calling does not need darkness to survive. If you run ahead of God, you will arrive alone. If you trade obedience for influence, you will rule briefly and perish loudly. But if you endure, if you wait, if you remain clean when success is slow, light will defend what darkness cannot touch, because power fades, titles rot, crowds disappear, but righteousness outlives the grave.
Watch and pray. Brethren, let this be a lesson for us all. Not all that glitters is gold. When we run